this is going to be a very exciting fireside chat because last October, Zuger Kantonal Bank has announced its strategic partnership.
Ah bah oui, bah nickel.
Sorry, I did not understand. Was there a question? No, okay. So anyway, as I mentioned, last year in October, Zuger Kantonal Bank has announced its strategic partnership with Sygnum to become one of the first Swiss cantonal banks to offer digital assets and cryptocurrency services to their clients. And we were all cheering in the Crypto Valley Association office and among our ecosystem about the news. Every single time something like this comes out, we are very excited because this signals to us that the rest of the ecosystem and industry realizes the importance of digital assets. And I have two of the people here who have been instrumental of making this partnership happen and have been involved with the strategic decision from very early on. Fritz W Jost, who is the Chief B2B Officer of Sygnum Bank and also Executive Board Member, and Damrau, who is Executive Board Member of the Zuger Kantonal Bank. Jan, let me ask you first, what triggered this strategic decision? What brought it on? You announced in October, so it's been 5 months since then. How has the whole experience been? What were the challenges? What is the key takeaway so far?
Yeah, I think the key driver actually was client demand. I mean, we heard this a lot, that clients start pushing the traditional banks to offer like services in the crypto space. And actually that happened with Zuger Kantonal Bank as well. So our clients were approaching us and were asking us to kind of create an offer. And we kind of like felt that they are looking for opportunities or ways kind of to get what they want. And for that, we set up a project, right? And it was like a journey of 11 months. So until we starting the initiation of the project and then the final launch of the offering. And when you talk about like the key milestones or key challenges, I mean, the first we also heard in the morning already is there were several times mentioned. I mean, you have to get the buy-ins of the key stakeholders. Like if you are like a bank, a traditional bank, and you come with something like crypto assets, like you have a lot of concerns, like risk concerns, and getting the approval and the buy-in from the board of directors. I guess that's the most crucial like milestone in the beginning. And I would assume that the most bank projects in the past have been stopped at this early stage already because of the board of directors was afraid of the risk going it. And for us, I mean, being a bank located in Zug, it helped that we are kind of close to the blockchain industry, that we are kind of following the market for years now, and that also like our employees and all our board of directors, they have some proximity to the business, and so that we got beyond this first point. And the second biggest point is then the make or buy decision. We also heard this a lot, right? I mean, we want to have like a safe and simple and convenience solution for our customers, but we also wanted to get like to the market very quickly. So we want to have like a reduced time to market, and that was the decision then to choose an experienced partner like Sygnum to build this product together with us.
That's all music to my ears, and the fact that you're listening to your client needs and then you adapt quickly is very commendable. Do you think that it helped you that the heart of the Crypto Valley is Zug? Did it play a little part, or do you think if you were located at another part of Switzerland, it would have been the same?
Yeah, I mean, it helps a lot. I mean, if you are the first cantonal bank, you can also, it's also a big hurdle, right? I mean,
yeah.
Because being the first one is always more difficult. But then we could make the case that we are in the heart of the Crypto Valley and kind of we have some proximity to it, so this definitely helped, right? I mean, it's more credible than when you have such an offer than maybe another bank, right? So.
And what about the timing? Why now? Why not earlier, or why not later?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of started like in the aftermath of the FTX crash, right, where the market was severely disrupted, and even like the pessimists, they were thinking like the crypto investing time is over. And we, on the contrary, we saw it as an opportunity because we sensed like the clients are still looking for investment opportunities. They were just afraid like a lot about counterparty risk and fraud risk, and we thought this is like a great opportunity for us to step in, actually as a Swiss bank, right? I mean, being in Switzerland and being a bank. So we started working on the product and hoping that the market would pick up in the meantime. And then with the launch in October, it was perfect timing, I would say. So.
Yeah, as Jerome mentioned earlier during the panel discussion, we somehow always time the Crypto Valley Conference events just around all-time highs. And I think we're very bullish and positive about this year. and all the years forward, hopefully. But yes, I think the fact that you have started in a bearish year where everybody else was pessimistic is also very, very nice. A nice signal to the market. Fritz, so Sygnum was founded in 2018, shortly after you have received your FINMA license, so you're fully regulated. And B2B banking has always been part of, from the very early stages, has been part of your offering. What was the strategy behind it, and do you think does this provide Sygnum with a competitive advantage?
I think it was always part of the reason to do this, because we saw the ultimate conviction in the blockchain and how disruptive this is going to be to the financial world, but also to many other aspects of life. But the link to the institution was needed to be regulated, it needed to be banking grade. And this is where we said, let's not like anyone else build a bank to trade crypto, but let's have a tech company with a banking license. Really, a lot of research and development does also go into the tokenization. We have a tokenization platform, we have a secondary market, a marketplace, a regulated marketplace. A lot of innovation has going into making non-bankable assets bankable, such as the first Picasso tokenized. We really believe that this is the building blocks going forward. And I think that, and it's been mentioned many times, we do have a first-class DLT law came into force in 2021, which really gave that regulatory comfort to many banks to actually really embrace this. And we've now come to a point where we have more than 20 banks on board, a lot of them in Switzerland, but also in Europe and in Asia, and there's more to come.
That's a beautiful story, and we're very proud. Going abroad, when we go abroad to various events, we're always very proud of Switzerland in terms of regulation and how far we are and how advanced we are, and also how local governments are so supportive of blockchain and do their best to accommodate partnerships like this or plant the seeds for partnerships like this and many more for the growth. In terms of big picture, do you think it affects or public perception that you have B2B solutions rather than just retail? Do you think it changes Sygnum?
I think it's very complementary. You need to really, we can't access retail. We only have institutional clients, and therefore now with the partnerships we have, we already touch on more than 3 million clients. So that means a lot of things we need to have built an infrastructure which wasn't like at the beginning, catering for a couple of trades a day. We have now sometimes hundreds, if not thousands, transactions a day. So it needs to be future-proof, and I really feel it really complements both sides, directly onboarded clients as well as the B2B space.
Fantastic. So Jan, back to you. Zuger Kantonal Bank has been around since 1896, so that's a long time, in 92. And you have your traditional offerings like mortgages, savings accounts, pension, and now you're adding Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Do you think, how does this affect your clients? And do you think, is this signaling to the market that mass adoption for cryptocurrencies is happening? They are here to stay. How are the clients? Well, it was client-driven, right? The decision.
Yeah, I mean, at least we think that it's going to stay, right? I mean, that was the reason why we launched this product. I mean, we wanted to have the client experience as similar as with trading and holding traditional assets, so they can buy the cryptocurrencies using the web banking or like mobile banking, and like on a one-stop basis. So they manage their traditional assets and their crypto assets the same way. That was important for us. And then from the risk characteristics, it's also like we had a strong focus on compliance and counterparty risk, and that's basically what we did. Like we try to, if not like completely remove, but at least reduce the counterparty, the fraud risk, and even the risk of losing the keys. And with that, like making this asset class like similar in the risk characteristics to the other asset classes. So for that, yes, I think it's easier now, more accessible for our clients to kind of also trade in cryptocurrencies. We made this the offering, like, most of the volumes still come from the wealth management segments or the higher segments, but we see also a lot of activity also from the middle segments or even the retail business.
Very interesting. And it is hard to do, to provide the same level of experience for crypto with efficiencies and, of course, the highest security possible. And with the help of Sygnum, you make that happen. Is it a difficult thing to do?
Well, it took us a long time, and what we are doing today, we could not have done even a year ago. In terms of the robustness, the scale of the business, I just touched on the number of transactions we process today with APIs, and I think this is really where the learning is. You need to bring the product directly to the end user. With our partner banks, most of them now are API enabled. That means it's a user experience like an Apple phone. Easy surface, you have everything at the touch of a button, and you just add another asset class. And the clients find it, and what I find intriguing when we do look at some of the clients when they actually trade, they trade at 1 o'clock in the morning, at 3 o'clock in the morning, weekends. You really ask yourself, do they have a life? But they do. So that means it is a 24/7, 365 business, and this is where we need to cater for. And we have a lot of discussions with the private banks, and they feel, look, not necessary, because we have few clients, large transactions, we can do that handish. Guess what? We have had in private banks, it's hodlers, then there's a transaction, hodlers, not much happened. The moment they integrated APIs, they had transactions, many more every day, and also what they now realize that in order to cater for that client segment, which they're keen to really address, like the next gen, that's where you get them. They don't want to talk to a client advisor, they're self-guided, and APIs are a must.
And do you think more complex products are coming to cantonal banks and traditional banks, like DeFi, staking? Do you think now that we have reached a point where, okay, you're offering digital assets, you can invest in Bitcoin, are you now planning as the next step to also integrate more complex?
Yes, I think we call it still an MVP. So what we did is like the most basic product you can bring to market, and we have a roadmap, and based on client demand, we will expand the product universe. So we will look into staking as an option. Obviously, like also clients are looking for opportunities to increase their yield. So this is something we are going to look into together with Sygnum as well.
So that's on the roadmap.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
I think maybe just to add on that one, we always tell our partner banks the crypto, it's the journey, it's the destination. Map out where you want to take that business long term, because that gives you a lot of justification for the business case. It also gives you very good insight in who to partner with, because you want to choose someone who can really be a partner on a long-term journey. The other thing is important that we've seen it every single time, a go live of a bank, then all of a sudden the clients say, look, now you finally come with crypto, can I do staking? That is as clear as amen in church. So therefore, plan it, prepare it, because it means that you need to engage in discussion with the regulator, FINMA, you need to amend your org reg, etc. Do this in time so you can really do the rollout and be the master of your own destiny. And the last point, we also tell our partner banks, be prepared the moment you go live. Instead of saying thank you, the clients are going to come with all the things you don't have yet. So we just went live with a retail bank, and they had a 65-year-old retail mapped grandmother, and she asked, now you're live, where can I transfer in my $8 million of equivalent of Bitcoin? So expect the unexpected.
That's wonderful. I want a grandma like that. Please sign me up.
Maybe it's yours.
Yeah, I won't tell you if it's my grandma, actually. So what's next on both sides? What's next on the pipeline?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to work on some of the technical limitations we have also due to our legacy banking system. We heard this a lot in the morning as well, right? I mean, this is really unbelievable that something like fractions and the number of digits is really just such a big issue. So we're going to work on that a little bit. Then we're going to expand kind of the product universe by adding some more currencies. So next to follow is going to be the Solana coin in April. So this is going to be the next currency. And one big issue we still have, or not really efficiently resolved, is the transfer-in topic for banks, right? How to get transfer assets that are now stored with non-regulated entities and bring them to the bank. I mean, there are ways, they're very costly, and finding an efficient way to do that is also something we are looking into.
And what's next for Sygnum Bank?
Well, the world is our oyster, therefore we need, with Mika coming, to be in Europe. Not only to broaden our footprint in Europe, but also to continue servicing our European banks, because we need to have that license. We can't just grandfather and therefore continue servicing your partner banks, for example, Bison, who is here as well. Then staking, we already stake more than 4 cryptocurrencies, so we'll certainly expand that staking universe. We talked a lot about tokenization. We've been very active in this one. We've just launched Hamilton Lane tokenization of a private market fund, because now more and more we do actually bring traditional finance opportunities, tokenize it and sell it into the crypto native universe. And we also have a presence in the metaverse. As a bank, we certainly have been tooling around with that one. So there's a lot of research and development going into the broader aspects of crypto and leveraging the blockchain.
Exciting. And I wish we had more time to keep talking, but we don't. First of all, I would like to thank you on behalf of the Crypto Valley ecosystem for being adventurous and taking on the challenge of implementing digital assets. And thank you to Sygnum Bank for always innovating and being the steady partner and the steady leader of the Crypto Valley in providing amazing best-in-class services.
Thanks a lot for having us.